Recently read one of the books, I think it's called Make Your Money Work for You by Anthea Gardner. She said 20 years ago was the best time to invest, but the second best time to invest is now. So if you're interested, I believe that, go out there and actually start, do your research. What is currently on your watch list? You can choose that or choose to answer this one. What are your top 3 ETF stock pick?
Okay, so I think I don't have any ETFs on my watch list at the moment, so I think I'll just go with the top 3. But I think I have top 5 instead of top 3. I'll just see how to rank them.
5 is good.
But the first one is the Citrix Dividend Plus ETF. It's a local ETF, so it's a domestic ETF that's just focused on companies in South Africa. So I like it because it gives me the opportunity to invest in companies that are expected to pay the best dividends in the forthcoming years. So you have the likes of Exaro in there, you have Kumba Iron Ore, you have MTN, you have British American Tobacco, you have BHP, Sibanye. These are companies that pay really, really, really good dividends in South Africa. So I like that. I like dividends. I mean, I think most of us do love dividends. Yes. So I like the Citrix Dividend Plus ETF. That's my first one. The second one is the Core Shares Total World ETF. I think I talk about this a lot on Twitter as well, because it gives me exposure to developed and emerging markets across the world, so that exposure to well-established company and companies that are just emerging, it's amazing for me, and it gives me so you basically are investing in one ETF, but you have exposure to like over 9,000 companies. 9,000 companies. That's like a lot of companies at once. And the fact that you're not just investing in one specific market. You have the developed market and the emerging market. That's just the best combination ever. And the cost as well for that ETF is like, I think it's around like 0.29%, which is very low compared to some of the ETFs that are available out there. So that's the second one. The third one, I think it's the Signia Sol Active Healthcare 150 ETF. It's the new one by Signia that's focused on the healthcare industry. So it tracks like the best or the largest 150 companies from the developed market, basically in the healthcare industry. I mean, I like that because obviously there's so many breakthroughs in the medical or the healthcare industry at the moment. And I think there's also just going to be even more breakthroughs moving forward. And I think also most of the companies in that ETFs are like on the forefront of the COVID vaccines. So you have Pfizer, you have Johnson & Johnson, you also have Moderna, but at a very, very low percentage. There's also like Teladoc Healthcare in it. So it has this really, really cool largest healthcare companies that are doing amazing work in the medical field. So I love it. The fourth one, I think, is the Signia Global Property ETF, which tracks the largest 40 companies, global property companies in the world. So this is like you have exposure to literally 40 leading global companies. I like that. I love property. So, and also because I mean I am trying to diversify my portfolio. So having property and having healthcare and having dividends plus ETF gives me good diversification in my opinion, and it also has a good low TER of like 0.24%, so that's also good. Then the last one is the Citrix Property ETF, simply because I still need exposure to the local properties in South Africa. So it's focused on, so you have companies such as, I think you have Vukile in there, you have Growth Point, there's Hyprobe as well, there is Redefine as well, I think, and there's Fortress. So it has all this well-known property companies in South Africa in there. So yeah, I think those are my top 5.
Thank you for actually going for 5, not 3, because it's always good to have an exposure of what's out there. Then you go and look it out for yourself. I mean, we've been introduced to fact sheets. So if you're interested in any of the top 5 that is in Keletso Stock Pick, then you can just go out and check it and see how it's aligned with your own strategy of investment. Otherwise, thank you, Keletso, for sharing your top pick.
I guess just out of interest for those who might be also investing for their own children or their own kids. Their own siblings and stuff. I invest for my siblings. So one of the reasons why I love ETFs and the tax-free savings account is that I'm able to invest for my siblings as well. So they all have their own investment accounts and I buy ETFs for them. And it's a very good option because they're very young. They're really, really young. So they still have, time on their side. They have ample of time in the market. So compounding will be able to do what it does best for them. So if any of the people that subscribe to your channel are investing for their children, definitely I think they should look up investing like in ETFs through the TFSA option for their own children or their own siblings. I think it's a good opportunity, but obviously to each their own, because some people don't see it like that way. But like if you think it's something that will interest you, you're more than welcome to check that out.
Yep, thank you for that, Afreen. I just recently read on one of the books. I think it's called "Make Your Money Work for You" by Anthea Gardner. She said 20 years ago was the best time to invest, but the second best time to invest is now. So if you're interested, I believe that, go out there and actually do your research, reach out to people who know, and, let's get going. Let's this work.
Yeah, that's true. Google is your best friend. Literally, Google is your best friend, especially when you're just starting off. Like one of the best Google sites that I visit a lot, or I used to visit a lot when I was starting like my investment journey is this website. Like if you say exchange and traded fund for dummies, if you Google exchange and traded fund for dummies, you'll be taken to this website that's literally called Dummies. It's a dummies world in there.
Oh, really?
They simplify everything, like literally everything. They simplify not just ETFs, but everything that you need to know about investing. So even if you just say investing for dummies, it will take you to this yellow website. And it simplifies everything for you. It makes it very, very easy for you to like grasp concepts. Even Investopedia is also good. So Google is usually your best friend, but also there are people out there who share information willingly. So yeah, just know where to find them and how to search for them, and you'll be good. I mean, Zwanda has a website, a YouTube channel where she shares information. So what more do you need? And if YouTube channels don't work for you, there's also different podcasts out there where people are sharing a lot about investing. So yeah, there are so many different options available for people.
Yeah.
So you can pick what works for you.
Okay. No, thank you, friend, for joining us. Thank you so much for sharing your information. And I wish you all the best in your investment journey and all the best with your knowledge sharing and passion towards personal finance or financial education.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. And I wish you just the very best as well. You and your subscribers as well. I hope this is going to benefit someone out there. I hope it does benefit someone out there. And yeah, I wish you all the very best and your subscribers as well. Little Bopa, one of the people on Twitter like saying Little Bopa. So Little Bopa at some point, one step at a time, we will eventually Bopa.
Yep. Thank you.